A proposed Super League for European football has collapsed within 2 days of being launched. On Wednesday, AC Milan, Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid joined 6 English clubs in pulling out of the big money project after a huge backlash from fans and football authorities. Let's hear from some Italian and Spanish fans.
It's only for the rich clubs, and there are more money, and they have lots of problems now, and they want to make these for our own success, and they make money, and the millionaires have more money. And the small clubs, nada, niente, nothing. Not good.
I think that Barcelona would have to leave the Super League because it is a close competition between a few clubs. There will not be the excitement of seeing some clubs go up and others go down, so it remains very closed. It's just some millionaire clubs, just to make money.
This would have turned football, a sport that was born in the streets, into a sport of the haves and have-nots. It's indecent. I hope it never takes off.
With all the real problems we have, with all these deaths in a year of pandemic that looks like we can't resolve, I think it's superfluous to speak about this, and more than anything to think about it.
Joined now by Lord O'Neill. Jim O'Neill, former banker at Goldman Sachs and now a crossbench peer and former non-executive director of Manchester United. Thanks so much for joining us. It does look as though this whole system has collapsed, but presumably with your business hat on, you would commend clubs, normally any businesses, for looking for new markets when many are so strapped for cash.
Not in the slightest executed or in an attempted execution of this style. In many ways, this rather blatant, badly thought out attempt represents a classic example of where business has gone wrong in the past 25 years or so, and it's very distressing to see it in the heart of football, especially with my own beloved club in the middle of it. It's really upsetting, and it's great news that it's fallen apart. This is demonstrating profit with no real purpose, or the pursuit of profit with no real purpose, in a way that has characterized the circumstances that have led to the rise of Trump, the rise of Brexit, and this perception of so many people seeming left behind and left out. And it's not surprising to see the huge backlash, because it's completely against the spirit of what is, at least in England and many other countries, the most important participation and viewed sport for tens and hundreds of millions of people.
So do you think the current owners who's signed up to this system can stay? For example, in Manchester United's case?
Well, it's a very complicated matter. You know, I could spend hours discussing this, but I think that the question, as you ask, needs to be subdivided as to whether they now think that their great master plan of extracting as much cash as possible has been curtailed, and therefore do they want to stay? And secondly, with it, what can be done to attract more rational people to buy it off them at a price they'd sell, without those people paying over the odds. And
does that include you? Would you be interested still in getting into this business, to being involved? Obviously, there's huge amount of change potentially just from what's happened in the last few hours.
I mean, this is potentially an enormous moment for the way modern football has been evolving in Europe. And there could be all sorts of connotations, and it needs to be thought through carefully. But I think it's pretty well known, hence your question, as to my belief that certainly Manchester United needs to make profit, but with a much better purpose, and resurrect the remarkable culture and history of the place and link it into its hourly and daily and weekly purpose. And I would be very happy to try and play my role. Is that slightly
sentimental, though, Jim? Because, you know, at the end of the day, these are businesses. You know, where do they go for new markets now? They might have been bedded in communities, but is that sustainable?
I mean, the idea that this curtails real new markets is nonsense, to be honest. I mean, amongst the reasons why this idea was ridiculous, the very concept of trying to have a European Super League without any countries from France and Germany, which lie at the core of everything European in the world since I was born, is itself utter madness. And then you're not even thinking about teams like Ajax of Amsterdam that have actually won the European Cup more than my own Manchester United. And 3 of the teams coming from England, who they can play happily twice a year for the rest of time, have never won the European Cup at all. So the end of this ridiculous idea doesn't mean the end of markets for football as a business. What it means is the end of trying to construct artificial cartels to extract cash with no real purpose.
Lord O'Neill, Jim O'Neill, many thanks indeed for your time today. Hugely appreciated. I think your answers show watch this space in terms of your own particular future. Thank you.